They know where you are. They know what you look at. And they never ask permission. Right now, as you watch this, your phone is broadcasting your exact location to dozens of companies you have never heard of. Your browser is being fingerprinted, tracked across every website you visit, even in incognito mode. Your smart speaker is listening. Your face has been scanned and stored in a database you never consented to. And somewhere, a company you have never interacted with is selling your personal data for profit. This is not science fiction. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is your daily life. Every text, every search, every step you take is being recorded, analyzed, and monetized. The surveillance infrastructure around you is so vast, so invisible, and so deeply embedded that most people have no idea it exists. Today, we are going to show you exactly how you are being tracked, who is doing it, and what you can do to fight back. Your phone is the most powerful tracking device ever invented, and you carry it voluntarily. 3 separate systems track your location simultaneously. GPS satellites pinpoint you to within 5 meters. Cell towers triangulate your position every few seconds, even when you are not making calls. And Wi-Fi networks map your movements with 10 to 25 meter accuracy in any city. Combined, these systems mean your phone knows where you are at all times. But here's the part most people miss. This data does not stay on your phone. Google collects location data from Android devices roughly 340 times per day, even when location history is supposedly turned off. An Associated Press investigation proved it. The apps on your phone are even worse. The average smartphone has 47 apps with location permissions enabled. Weather apps, flashlight apps, even calculator apps harvest your GPS coordinates and sell them to data brokers. One company called Fog Data Science sold precise location data from 250 million devices directly to law enforcement. No warrant required. Your phone is not just a communication device. It is a tracking beacon broadcasting your every move to anyone willing to pay. You might think clearing your cookies keeps you private online. It does not, because the tracking industry has moved far beyond cookies. It is called browser fingerprinting, and it works even in incognito mode. Every time you visit a website, your browser reveals over 80 unique data points. Your screen resolution, your time zone, your installed fonts, your graphics card model, the way your browser renders invisible images on a hidden canvas. Combined, these details create a digital fingerprint so unique that 83.6% of all browsers can be individually identified. A 2025 study by PureVPN found that fingerprinting identifies users with 99% accuracy, even when using a VPN, because a VPN only hides your IP address. It does nothing about the other 80 parameters. And here's the worst part. In February 2025, Google reversed its stance against fingerprinting, effectively legitimizing it as the replacement for cookies. Over 10,000 of the top websites now actively fingerprint every visitor. You cannot clear a fingerprint. You cannot delete it. And most people do not even know it exists. Your home used to be the one place you could escape surveillance. Not anymore. Americans have installed over 500 million smart home devices. Speakers, cameras, doorbells, thermostats, smart TVs. Each one is a sensor node in a network that has turned your home into the most monitored environment you inhabit. Every voice assistant, whether it is Alexa, Google, or Siri, runs a neural network that processes audio 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The microphone is always on, always listening. 60% of Americans suspect their devices eavesdrop on conversations, and among Alexa owners, that number jumps to 74%. Amazon Alexa collects up to 28 out of 32 possible data points about you. Your smart TV is no better. Samsung, LG, and Vizio smart TVs have been caught tracking everything you watch and selling that data to advertisers. Vizio paid a $2.2 million settlement for secretly monitoring 11 million televisions. And Amazon has shared Ring doorbell footage with police without the owner's knowledge or consent. Your home is not private. It is a surveillance platform you are paying for. Walk down any major street and your face is being captured, analyzed, and stored. The average American appears on surveillance cameras 238 times per week. But passive cameras are just the beginning. Clearview AI scraped over 3 billion photos from social media without anyone's consent and built a facial recognition database that can identify almost anyone from a single photograph. In September 2025, they signed a $10 million contract with the Department of Homeland Security, their largest federal deal ever. As of 2026, at least 8 people have been wrongfully arrested because of Clearview AI's false positives. Meanwhile, automated license plate readers track your car everywhere you drive. Every police department serving over 1 million people uses them. Flock Safety alone operates cameras in 5,000 communities across 42 states. These systems do not just catch criminals. They create a permanent record of everywhere you go. And increasingly, these technologies are being merged. Platforms built by Palantir and others now combine facial recognition, license plate data, device analytics, and social media monitoring into unified surveillance systems used by federal agencies. Everything we have discussed so far generates data, and that data flows into the hands of an industry most people have never heard of. Data brokers. These are companies whose entire business model is buying, aggregating, and selling your personal information. The data broker market was worth $294 billion in 2025 and is projected to hit $561 billion by 2029. Companies like Axiom hold profiles on 2.5 billion consumers worldwide. Experian pulls in $9.7 billion in annual revenue. Epsilon manages nearly $3 billion in sales. Each profile contains up to 1,500 data points about you. Your name, your address, your income, your health conditions, your political views, your purchasing habits, even your estimated net worth. And in June 2025, Publicis Group acquired Latam, integrating 4 billion unique digital identities into Epsilon's advertising platform. Your data profile might sell for as little as 50 cents, but it gets sold thousands of times to advertisers, employers, insurers, political campaigns, and even law enforcement. Data brokers have profiles on 99% of American adults. If you live in the United States, they have a file on you. So what can you actually do about all of this? Start with your phone. Review every app's location permissions and disable access for anything that does not absolutely need it. Turn off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth when you are not using them, because both broadcast your position. For your browser, stop relying on incognito mode. It does nothing against fingerprinting. Switch to Brave or Firefox with Resist fingerprinting enabled. Install Privacy Badger from the Electronic Frontier Foundation and Canvas Blocker to disrupt fingerprint collection. For your smart home, mute your smart speakers when you are not actively using them. Disable voice features on your TV. Create a separate Wi-Fi network for your IoT devices so they cannot access your main network. For facial recognition, support legislation like Illinois' Biometric Information Privacy Act. You can submit an opt-out request directly to Clearview AI. And for data brokers, use services like Delete Me or submit manual opt-out requests to Axiom, Epsilon, Spokeo, and White Pages. Freeze your credit at all 3 bureaus. None of these steps will make you invisible, but together, they dramatically reduce your exposure. The surveillance industry counts on you not knowing. Now you know.